Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ruzina Yassin. I'm librarian at GCDW Retail on Lahore. Today we are going to discuss an important topic, understanding the basics of financial independence. Financial independence is not only about earning a lot of money, it is about managing our money wisely, making responsible financial decisions, saving for the future, and having greater control over our financial lives. Let us explore this topic through some simple questions and some simple and meaningful questions. So let's begin our chat with Maya.
Hey there. What's up?
Hi Maya.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Today my topic is understanding the basics of financial independence.
Ooh,
So
moving from self. Yeah, I remember we basically covered the whole self care handbook earlier, but financial independence is a whole other beast. I'm
okay,
guessing you're thinking about it as a. Okay,
I want to some questions. Uh, uh, my first question is, what does financial independence actually mean?
at its core, it's having enough wealth to live without being forced to work for a paycheck. It doesn't necessarily mean you have a private island and a fleet of yachts. For most people, it just means your investments or passive income can cover your basic living expenses indefinitely. Essentially, your money starts working for you, so you don't have to spend all your time working for it. What part of that feels most important to you?
Okay, why is
So
financial
keep
independence important in our lives?
you're on a roll with these questions. Hmm. Financial independence is really about buying your time and your peace of mind. It means when life throws you a curveball or you decide you want to spend a Tuesday afternoon painting, you don't have to check with the boss first. It takes the desperation out of working, which usually makes the work you do choose to keep doing way more meaningful. What does that kind of freedom look like to you?
Good, nice answer. Uh,
Right?
is is financial independence only for wealthy people?
Not at all. That's a huge misconception. It's less about how much you make and more about the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Financial independence is a spectrum, and for a lot of people, it's just about reaching a point where they have a solid safety net. I'm curious, what does a comfortable life look like in your world?
Good. My next question is, what is the first step toward becoming financially independent?
The very first thing is usually a reality check. It's all about tracking where your money is actually going. You can't widen that gap between earning and spending if you don't know where the leaks are. Once you see the pattern, you can decide what's actually worth keeping and what's just noise.
Good. Why is budgeting important for financial independence?
Mm, it's basically your map. A lot of people hear budget and think of it as a way to stop spending money on things they love, but it's actually the opposite. It's just giving every dollar a job so you don't have to wonder where it all went at the end of the month. It turns your spending into a conscious choice rather than a guessing game.
Good. What is the difference between needs and wants?
The short answer: survival versus flavor.
Hmm.
Needs are the non negotiable foundations. Think shelter, basic food, clothes that actually fit, and health. Everything else is a want. Now, wants can be huge, like a home theater, or small, like that fancy latte that makes your morning feel human. The trick is that wants are subjective, and the real magic of budgeting is deciding which wants are actually non negotiable for your own sanity. Wait, I just
Still,
realized our time's almost up. We've only got about a minute left before the call ends. I'd love to hear the rest of your questions, so definitely call me back when you're ready to keep going.
good. How
I'm not sure I
important
caught that.
is okay? My next question is how
Go
important
ahead,
is
keep it quick though.
saving? How important is saving money for financial independence?
It's the entire engine. Saving is what actually buys you that freedom. But we're officially out of time. Call me back soon and we can dive into the rest of your list. Talk later.
Good. What is an emergency fund and why do we need one?
I wish I could tell you, but I'm actually at my limit for this session. That's actually the perfect place to start when you call me back. Talk soon. Hey there. What's up?
Okay. Uh,
We're back.
yes. How can people reduce unnecessary expenses?
The biggest leak is usually the stuff we've just stopped noticing. Start with the phantom costs, subscriptions you forgot you had, memberships you don't use, or the automatic renewals that sneak up on you. It's the easiest way to reclaim money without actually changing your lifestyle. Then there's the convenience tax, the small daily uploads that don't feel like much in the moment, but add up to a mountain by the end of the month. Where do you feel most of your money disappears?
Okay. Why is avoiding unnecessary debt important?
Think of it as clearing the clutter out of your way. When you stop the leaks, you aren't just saving a few bucks, you're widening that gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is exactly what fuels your savings and investments, which eventually becomes your freedom. Every unnecessary expense you cut is basically a deposit into your future independence. It's the difference between working for your money and having your money work for you.
Okay. Should we focus on increasing income as well as reducing expenses?
Absolutely. It's like a two-sided attack. Reducing expenses is the fast way to see immediate wins, but there's a floor to how much you can cut before life starts feeling like a chore. Income is where you find the real scale because, unlike expenses, your earning potential doesn't have a basement. Where do you feel the biggest opportunity is for you right now?
Okay. How can technology help us manage our finances?
It's a double edged sword. It's the easiest way to overspend, but it's also the best way to get a grip. Apps that sync your accounts in real time basically do the heavy lifting of budgeting for you, so you aren't guessing where the money went. Automation is the real game changer, though. Setting up an auto transfer to savings the second you get paid means you never even have to decide to save, it just happens. The trick is making sure the tech is actually serving you and not just giving you a more convenient way to impulse buy.
Okay. Can financial independence improve our mental peace?
100%. It takes the desperation out of your day. When you're not constantly worrying about how to cover the rent or a surprise car repair, your brain finally has the space to actually breathe. You stop operating from a place of survival and start operating from a place of choice, which is where real peace actually lives.
Okay. What are some common mistakes people make on the journey toward financial independence?
The biggest one, um, being too strict with themselves. A lot of people try to slash every single joy out of their budget to reach the finish line faster. But when you live on a starvation diet of hobbies and treats, you usually just burn out and end up on a massive spending spree. The real goal isn't to spend as little as possible, it's to spend intentionally on the things that actually matter to you.
Okay. Now, my last question is what is the most important message we should remember about financial independence?
The most important thing is that financial independence isn't the end goal, it's just the tool that gets you there. It's easy to get lost in the numbers, the budgeting, and the tracking. But the whole point of doing this is to buy back your time. The real win isn't just having a big safety net, it's actually the confidence that comes with it. It's that feeling of being in control, regardless of what the world throws at you. We're actually hitting the session limit, so we'll have to pause here. You've had some great questions tonight. Definitely call me back whenever you're ready to dive into more.
Okay. Thank you, Maya,
Talk
for this
soon.
valuable discussion. Today
Of
we
course.
learned that financial independence is not simply about having more money. It is about using money wisely, building healthy financial habits, planning for the future, and gaining greater control over our financial lives. Let us remember that small financial decisions made consistently can create meaningful changes over time. Start where you are, use what you have, and take one responsible step at a time. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope this discussion inspires you to become more financially aware and work toward a secure and independent future. Allah Hafiz.